Zara Zay, and all the girls have just arrived after national training, and some of the girls here have not been to national training, so we will have more surprises to share for you, and a lot of recap for those of us that just came back from exciting, oh my gosh, just rolled in at 11 o'clock last night. And I think you got home about, 10.
10:30.
Yeah.
10:30.
But we just, it would be a great way to.
We did just get back.
Yes.
It seems like it's been so much fun.
Yeah, I'm not even on text.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you get one?
She keeps trying to take my money.
Which is a code name.
I want to
Take it. You gotta take one of these.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're good.
I was like, yeah, I can put the 5 in there if you want me to.
This meeting is gonna be very organic because needless to say, we didn't have a whole lot of time to plan. So, and very, very much we would love, just like at our parties, we love lots of participation so that everybody feels special. Zara Zay, and this is team, they might be named Brian Biro again. I know you know who he is, and I just thought I'd bring this book home for you. I love the synchronicity, it's great. Okay, so anyway, I want to go around in no particular order, maybe start with Margaret. You're going to just say your name, maybe how long you've been a consultant, and give us your dirty little secret.
My name's Margaret. I've been a consultant since January, and I want to take some dips in the lady pond.
That's cute. I've never heard it expressed so sweetly.
Take some dips in the
And be sure to speak up because we're so fortunate to have Denise Watts here. She is a professional videographer, and she's offered to start filming our team meetings for people across the nation and into Canada. So we're so thrilled that we have this wonderful service to be able to include so many of our sister girls into our team meetings right here. Come to our living room. Okay, and then you, my dear, you're not a consultant yet.
No, just a guest. Not a guest.
You are a guest. I'm so happy. Okay, but we make the meetings really fun on purpose.
It's a different kind of party.
Yeah.
You're romantic.
I'm cool with that.
And you can say anything because Denise has an edit button. Okay?
I'll try to drop the F on them. Natasha, hi. Just coming to say hello to everybody. Figured I'd stop in, and apparently my dirty little secret is I haven't been home for 3 days. What happened in Sin City stays in Sin City.
Alright, that could be kind of smoking. The great thing about having a wonderful time in Cincinnati is you can do it on your own, if you know what I mean. I think I did lock the hotel room door for about 10 minutes. So it's usually how much?
About 20. Just kidding.
Angela, that's called, what am I doing?
How long have you been in?
5 years. And, what else? Your secret.
And your secret. Get your secret, girl.
I don't have it. No, I'm just kidding. I can't tell.
You're an open book, right?
I had a threesome at training on Saturday.
Oh,
Actually, we had 7 in the room, so maybe it was 7. I did get an awesome massage.
yes, you
At
did.
2 o'clock in the
2
morning.
o'clock in the morning. Feet were hurting. And we brought essential oil and treated her special.
Natasha's boyfriend works at my gym. He's my trainer. And then she just messaged me today, so that's why she's here.
Been in Pure Romance since, let's see, I received my kit on February 25th.
Wow.
And my dirty little secret is my vagina is almost as big as my head.
Well, we got toys for you. You might be able to make it 3 at a time.
Yeah, I just don't need the dilator set right now.
Good that you know what it is. I
Right,
brought it
like
just in
emergency.
case the girls don't know what it is. We can explain it further.
Okay, my name is Terry. I've been in and out of Pure Romance for about 8 years now.
No.
And I actually just quit my job this week and I'm full-time Pure Romance.
So you're terrified.
I am. Not to mention my roommate went full-time Mary Kay, so we're like, how are we gonna pay the bills?
Together. Challenge each
Yes.
other.
So
You have to hold yourself accountable for not working and not
goofing off
not
and
goofing out, not leaving the job late, not taking those long lunches, and really doing it.
my dirty little secret is I like to be choked and spanked.
Yeah!
Yippee! Look around the room now. Who is that?
All of us.
consultant for 5.5, almost 6 years. And I love spending time alone with Bob.
What's his new name now? Married Bob stands for bring out back up. There you go. So I'll just pass it around while this is new Bob. Fabulous.
Oh, goodness gracious. that
Yeah,
was
just have fun with the buttons and all the things that we have it here in this is called a Toito, honey, and it's an antimicrobial, antifungal little sack that you can slip in place.
Nice.
Okay, that way kids aren't running around, woo, looks like Daddy takes a Elmo.
Is this Daddy drill?
We got a little nice place to slip it away that keeps it clean. Okay, so, and we're gonna start with Antoinette.
Antoinette, 5 years, and I like to watch a man masturbate sometimes.
She's a visual girl right there, sometimes. Well, have we got a toy for you, Antoinette? Because the new Playmate, and I was nervous when they how many of you girls were? I have customers that are addicted to the Super Stretch. The most popular male masturbation sleeve, I think, and but then at training, because they were on back order for a little bit, you know, when they come in, sometimes they're popular right away. So I was just thrilled when I saw the material, when I saw how.
Definitely tough.
Yeah, this won't be easy to split out. Yeah, when you.
I did have the problem with the splitting at the mouth.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So I'm just like, I don't know if I can let go of it. So, there you go. We'll just pass that around. If we want, a little loop on it. So thanks for sharing, Antoinette. And then Kathy?
Kathy Kenigschnick, I've been in the business almost 6 years now, and my dirty little secret is I like big dicks and I cannot lie. I was like, am I allowed to say this? She's like, big.
Well, you'll like a little head turner action too then. And one of the girls that was on stage receiving awards 15 years ago, Ellen Blanchero, do you know who that is? She's got a little southern accent. Years ago she said, small or tall, thick or thin, a little lube will get her in. Yeah. And I always
I've always heard you say that. That's what I pass on.
And it's so cute to say when somebody at the party goes, oh my gosh, it's so big. And it's just a real cute little thing that you can throw out there that kind of diffuses their fear. And they're like, oh. So there you go. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm Kathy Todd. I've been in Pure Romance almost 6 years. And my dirty little secret is I secretly like to swallow.
Okay then. No wonder she has that creamy complexion. And I'm so excited. They're on the brink of another booking blitz. I brought that to fire us up. But I know we have Bliss Beauties in the room. Okay, so we'll get there. And I don't know if we've got any, because we've got 3 national directors on our team. So I think you're going to be representing Bliss Beauties today, and that'll be great for the booking blitz. And then we have the Pink Beauties, which is Sherry Hutchins' team, that are under my umbrella, but they'll be reporting separately to their for the blitz. So we're more on that in a minute. Oh, and then what team are you on, Darla?
Good vibrations.
The Good Vibrations, and that is Wendy. No, that's Amy. Amy Wright, we love her. My dirty little secret, and I've been in the business since 1906, as most of you know. And my dirty little secret is I participated in more than a dozen threesomes, and that's why I take a gun case with me wherever I go, because I'm always ready for anything, okay? Prepared. Girl Scout motto here.
Are we turning it on Denise?
Okay, and then turn it on Lori, please, because explain the whole thing about Jessie Lee.
Oh, yes.
When
Okay,
she
so
plays
once success, Jessie Lee played this game with, the consultants, and she wrote down that her little dirty secret, but of course, she didn't tell the girls it was hers. She read it, and she goes, I always fake my orgasms, except when I'm using my vibrator. And then you can use that kind of as a segue into the toy section.
Yeah, it
of your
just
show.
subliminally places the fact how good toys are.
Yeah,
to everybody.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And she writes that down every time she plays Game 1.
And she also stated at her parties, because she was using consultants for one of the one of the workshops, but they were pretend guests at a party.
Yes.
So this is a game that you can play at your parties, just to get to know each other, just a little icebreaker when people, especially if, you're waiting on a few people to come, this is a really good thing to play. Not like that, but waiting on a few people to get there, how time can drag, and this is a nice little filler where people can get to know one another. But she also did, what was I gonna say? I forgot.
She did a lot. I took a lot of notes.
I took so many notes on her. I know what I was going to say. She also kind of gave the group permission, because, a lot of girls, as we know, walk into the parties like, oh my gosh, why am I here? I'm not interested in anything like this. She kind of gives the girls, opens the window, gives them a little permission, telling them that the majority of women use a toy. The statistics show over 50% of women use a toy. So I think that's a great thing that we should always throw out at our parties so that they realize we're normal. Okay. So cool. And so thank you very much. And just planning that little thing, like one of the girls is gonna read, what is it again?
One of the girls is going to read.
The thing, exactly. What did you say?
Except with my mic.
Yes, I fake all my orgasms except when I'm using my vibrator.
So
Bedroom
she
session.
deliberately plants that slip amongst the girls. Does that make sense? I thought it was fantastic. And hey, she's selling like $30,000 a month. So I was taking it, and she's just entertaining as heck.
Love her
So I was just, yes, I know, it's so entertaining. So I was just taking all the notes and all the funness that I could from her. So just real quick, we're going to do a little consultant lap game. And I know Cat Todd is sore from the trip. Whenever Cat wants to move, this is going to be Cat, okay?
Nice.
Okay? You want to do it? Okay, we're going to do a lap game. I'm going to ask you questions about your business. And if your answer is yes, you move over one seat to the right. And whoever makes it back to their original seat first wins. Who gets to move one chair because you're here tonight and willing to learn more about your
All right.
There's 4 seats on the couch.
To the right.
Can we do that?
To the right.
Just get your chair.
I forgot your
To the right.
Sorry.
I have recruited at least one girl in April.
Okay, who recruited one girl in April?
Actually, I did. I have one who says she's done it. Does that count?
What was the question?
This is April.
What? You guys get to move half a chair? You're not gonna hurt. I am going to share the Pure Romance opportunity with one more girl in April. One of my goals this year is to qualify for President's Club.
I would assume that
Yes. Why don't you, well, you're gonna qualify for President's Club.
And Trent just wrote
Yes,
everyone
okay.
down.
Okay. Kathy, why don't you stand up and tell everybody what President's Club is? What now? The club for president. Moral. Okay, we have a problem. We have a problem.
President's Club and Board of Directors are the two, I would say, lowest levels of a higher achievement kind of for notoriety and recognition for you. It recognizes women who are top in the sales and top in the company. And when you have a team, then you become eligible for the Board of Directors, Senior Board of Directors, Executive, and then Emeritus, as Ms. Zara Zay is. So my goal is to...
Emeritus yet. I don't know if they put me out to pasture just yet.
No way. Only Kelly answered.
Sit, that's it?
Yes, only Kelly was in there.
Okay. The President's Club minimum is now the old Board of Directors minimum, which is $65,000 in a year in retail sales. I believe it was 16 activated recruits. I could be wrong on that one. Maybe 12.
Yeah.
And then Board of Directors requires $500,000 team sales, group sales, as well as $80,000 in retail sales, and I believe 24 activated recruits.
Doing it?
So.
Doing it. Okay. So go ahead and move another seat.
Oh yeah!
I am registered for Vegas. July 31st through August 2nd. Going to Pure Romance. I am registered. Okay. Is that a seat?
Get off.
Yes, that is a seat.
I can't get up.
Get off.
I can't get up. you get one seat.
Oh, wait,
How's that?
wait,
What is that?
all right.
Or thinking about.
So adorable.
Thank you.
Is it hard to do?
Okay, so I have
My arms would get tired.
ordered, or I already have, at least one of the new blush collection toys in my demonstration.
which one we have?
No, no, that's me too. The thing, I had the hardest time with these, I couldn't figure, I thought I had defects. You gotta hold them down
No, my
3
flirt
seconds
doesn't
before
work
they
well.
turn
It
on.
won't turn off.
What's that?
My flirt.
They will. It's
The-
3
No,
seconds.
it doesn't.
Well, you don't
I
care if they
Okay, every time we try it again.
off, that's not a problem. If they don't turn on. I have at least one diamond collection toy in my demo. Diamonds! Oh my God. And I love, have you seen this? Have you held it? Have you done it?
I don't know, I'll see you done it.
I love, and Jessie Lee, the demo we watched of her, she goes, and if your boyfriend's tongue can do this, or if your partner's tongue rather can do this, your partner is a snake and that's bestiality and I'm reporting you. So I got a lot of one-liners from her.
Cindy Hayward said that she has a special where if you buy the executive, you get to put a ring on it for half off.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because they want them both.
Yeah, and
Chargeable.
Kathy is really good at selling put a ring on it, so maybe we can coax her to do her demo.
I know, do.
Okay, and because Beyonce, you know, when she sang that song, if you like it,
Put it right
Put a ring on
that's
it.
what she was talking about. She was talking about this toy right here.
Oh,
So you might want to check out this. All these charge up, sweetheart. They don't even require batteries. Toys have come a long way. One of my goals over the next 3 months is to achieve all expense paid trip to Chicago. I'm active on at least one team Facebook private page group for Pure Romance.
That's not.
Coral Star, and she's a director, and she just became a director, and we love her, and she's just such a huge support on the team pages for everyone. She's such a wonderful light, and we're really excited for her that her team is growing, and
I have something on her behalf.
perfect. Okay, thank you.
Is that a box?
Yes, it's a bob.
Yeah, she gets.
No, wait,
here's
it's
the
a-
deal. And if you're on my team, and you advance to director, you will get, if you are a daughter or a granddaughter, you will get $100 from me if you advance to director. If you advance to advanced director, that's only 2 more granddaughters. I'll give you another 100 if you advance to senior director, and another 100 when you advance to national director. That's for my first and second downline, because we do get paid more on our first and second downlines, girls. But on our third and fourth downlines, we get 1%. So I lovingly give $100 in free product for those same categories, okay, for my achievers on my team. Okay, and we do other stuff too, but that's like that in a nutshell when they advance levels.
I like how you said it. You said when.
Yeah, when, of course.
It's always positive thinking.
Because it's always going to happen.
Okay.
So, and I just wondered, because we had some out of the park sales in March. So, if you sold anything at all, stand up. Okay?
Wait, is it your turn?
Yeah, anybody, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as presents like that, it would have to be team specific, but when the recognition is in there, we embrace all the girls, okay? Okay, and then, okay, and stay standing if you did 1,000 in sales in March. Oh my God! And if you did 2,000 in sales in March, stay standing. And if you did 3,000 in sales, stay standing. Wow! 2 sensational girls right here.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What'd you do?
More than 3.
What'd you do?
We're at like 43.
43! Woo!
I know since February 25th, I've done almost, I better check. It is nearly, it's almost,
Just in March.
it's,
And what'd you do?
44.
44! Yeah, you really want to be.
Those things take down.
They take a power. Right.
Booking blitz.
I'm gonna be ready for that.
A booking blitz is when you just go, testicles out, or vaginas out, and you book as many parties as you can during our 4-day period in this case, and sponsor as many women as you can. And teams all across the United States and Canada. Are we going international with this? Okay, so in South Africa, in Australia, everybody's just going crazy. Getting parties on the schedule to get amped up for May, June. Is it a 2-month blitz? Are they?
It's like a 2-day blitz.
It's
No,
a
it's 4 days, but what is the end of it? I believe it's the end of the second quarter.
The end of second. Say it real loud, honey. So
She recommends that you don't start a party, create a party from your app, because it's had some bugs. So start it from
Okay.
the web browser, but you can edit it on the app, no problem. That's not any kind of glitch.
okay, you can start it there.
So
Okay.
it's much easier, there's more features when you're on the website than on the app.
Start it on your consultant online office, and you can always edit it from the other, from the phone. Okay. Yeah, Chris really wants us to fill out the party profit information. Chris does so much for us. Lovely. Because I don't even know of a company that's more generous. Party school, it's going to teach you as soon as you become a consultant, you get your own online office, and then you can go in and you can do party school. It's right on your main page of your consultant. And
Like online trading
yes,
videos.
yes, all kinds of stuff. You can just
It's
learn this
amazing.
entire business in pajamas, and you earn free swag and good fun things as just for going to school.
Nice.
Okay, and it'll be the funnest courses that you ever took.
I'm sure.
So, yeah, and then plus you have all of us, and we'll get you on our team Facebook page where we all are real supportive of one another, and we share ideas, and we also share a lot of fun jokes, and we just keep it live.
Lively bunch for sure.
I know, it's a fun sisterhood. Okay, so the Blitz is happening starting Sunday, and we can start entering our parties, and I expect everyone here except Carol and Heather, is it? Stephanie, I was close. Okay.
Here.
Heather and Stephanie's on
I'm right here, and you're on Good Vibrations.
There you go, Steph.
Oh, you're Bliss Beauty. Okay, you're Bliss Beauty. So you girls are Bliss Beauties, and this is our Good Vibration girl. So you're going to be reporting under your team name, and the rest of you girls are going to be reporting under They Might Be Naked. Okay. So when you
Your shirt doesn't look like that.
when you're putting your party, there'll be a drop-down box where you select your team. It's pretty easy. Even I can figure it out. Okay. So and the more parties we enter, the more goodness we get. We've won 3rd place and 4th place on 2 of the past Blitz, and it enabled us to give away lots of free stuff. I know, and Antoinette hangs out when there's free stuff. Who doesn't like free?
I know.
If you don't like free, I don't know who you are. So, and you.
No, I'm just handing you.
I know, Angela's. Yeah, because it enables me, I just give it back to the girls in every way I can. Okay, that makes the most sense of the time. So, and then everybody wins with more bookings on the calendar. Studies show that the average party is about $400 to $600 in sales, so we usually make $100 to $200 every time we go out to do a party. So it's in 3 to 4 hours.
With your closing.
With your clothes on.
Is going to be broadcasting on your COO. There's going to be lots of different times to watch, but don't just get caught up in watching them. You want to take a break and book some parties, okay? And there's going to be a lot of different scripts for texting and for. We're going to be posting a lot of different scripts that will be good for booking parties and for texting and for calling and leaving messages, okay? And that'll all be up on the site too. So I would like the girls to stand who have been to training and maybe tell us their favorite part of training or something that they learned that really.
Jessie Lee.
Okay.
Jessie Lee, I love one-liners. I like to be really silly and stupid. And she was talking about party animal, and she's like, it's like a mullet. Business in the front and party in the back. I almost died. Oh my God. And then there was another one,
I
somebody
gotta write
said,
that down. I
somebody
missed
said,
that too.
women fake orgasms because men fake foreplay.
Yes.
And I have like 3 pages of notes from her.
Girls will come back and book you if you entertain them.
Yeah. if
So
you're
the great
stupid
thing
silly,
is,
stupid silly.
you can pick up little jokes everywhere and make them your own.
She talked about men masturbating, and men masturbating with lotion, and she called it like jerky jerkins. Coconut just like me. And she said your vagina should be like a tropical paradise that he wants to visit on the daily. Aloha. I'm so
And then you can go to the island, and then you can have the two.
Cabana.
The Cabana Boy.
Yeah.
Marilee too, yes. Kind of like.
And she go to the island kind of like a kinky.
Kind of like a kinky, yeah.
Speak up!
She said God doesn't make mistakes, that's why your arms are this long.
Oh,
Yeah.
got their arms
She's like,
exactly
okay,
this long.
somebody else go, I can talk about this all day.
Wait, what was the tropical paradise one?
Maui coconut, just like me.
And you know, I think that is such a great flavor. For 20 years, I've been demoing Just Like Me with just the plain. I'm gonna start
I always do the flavor.
do the
I
Maui
sell Maui
coconut,
coconut
and I sell a lot of it, but I'm thinking my customers will be a lot happier if
It's
I
easier to
can
explain.
do something
Or
new.
you can get it to taste like nothing.
Yeah,
You.
yeah,
Tastes like you.
yeah, that's right.
Oh. I'll go with the Maui. This is my 5th national training, and my favorite part was the sponsoring panel. Loved that.
Yes.
Got some really great ideas, and they really reaffirmed some of the problems that I've been having, and the kind of route that I wanted to take in terms of working with my team and branching off on my own with my own team meetings. And common problems that you run into with new girls, and they're like, should you chase them when they get that email that says, hey, you're gonna be inactive? And she's like, no. Do you know that corporate calls them twice? They get an email at least twice.
No, they don't always
If
do
they-
that. That is absolutely not
I know
true.
that they at least get the emails,
They,
because I get a copy of it.
they don't.
And if they wanted to, they would have, said, hey, I could use some advice, how can I get started? So I make that a point in my coaching when I bring my team on to say, hey, if you find that you're ever struggling and you get an email that says, hey, you're going to be inactive, because I will also remind them 30 days before.
Right.
Reach out to me if you still want to hang on, because that's your opportunity. That's should have got off the pot time.
Well, also, I just play devil's advocate. I will coach them that very
Chaser,
weekend.
give her that opportunity.
Yes, because sometimes they stay on and for many more, and sometimes they take their business off.
And that's what Kaylin Clever's
You know,
saying. She's like, I'm
absolutely.
the opposite. I would rather chase them.
And there's also a document that Kaylin's going to email me or post on Facebook, 5 ways to stay active.
Yep.
Okay, so it's specifically designed for those girls that are like, oh my gosh, I don't have any money.
She also,
place
on her
an
team
order.
page, on the Facebook page, she will say, put the NSYNC song, or like the Backstreet Boys song, like Please Don't Go, or Bye Bye Bye, that's what it is. And she tags all the girls who are about to go in after, so she calls them out, and she's like, here are the top 5 ways to stay, 5
I
ways to
love
stay
it.
active.
Yeah.
And she's like, she has a higher retention rate, because, it's just sense of humor, but it's also her sisters are gonna see, they're like, oh, come on, Elizabeth, get your butt in here. How can I help you? Hey, why don't you come chat at my party if you're really feeling a little rusty? So
Right.
it gives us a chance to reach out to them.
Right.
Hopefully they see it that way and they're not like,
Yeah.
And there's always the next most exciting thing that's happening with this company. It's like, you can't leave us now. This is about to explode.
yeah.
So, and wasn't there something about an app that you were excited about?
Yeah, oh my gosh, we have a new capability in our app. Do you girls know that you can send your customers a personal app that's your app? So if you download the COO app, if you scroll to the bottom of any screen that you're on when you're logged into COO, scroll down to the very bottom, it'll say the mobile app. Click on that, it'll prompt you to download it, or actually you can find it in the Android Market or the iTunes Store now. Download the COO app and then log in with your normal COO login. And then tap the menu button at the top left. You're going to see a menu slide out. You're going to look for mobile card. Tap
For which one?
mobile card. You're going to send an mobile business card to someone's phone. So you type in the phone number. I typed in my own to see what it would look like before I sent it. And I received a message that had like a little, crazy all jumbled, like, short little tiny URL. And it says, click here to download my app. And you click there and it's customized to that person. So she has your contact info. The first link on the bottom is call, text, email, and you tap that button, she can choose which one she wants, and she's reaching out to you. Tap the button in the middle, and she can book a party with you by filling out the form. tap the button on the right while she's looking at any page in the catalog, and it's gonna scan that catalog and bring up a video of an instruction of that product. So,
That's cool.
she's got that.
But it has to have the icon on the bottom.
Yeah, the pages that have that icon on the page.
pages
they
that have
can get
this
the video
little-
for it.
Dealio on it?
Yep,
Is
with
that
icon.
that's in the new catalog?
Yeah.
Yes, with a new
Yep,
catalog.
but that's new to the app as well. That
And
keeps
then it brings up a video.
Yeah, just say,
of
show
the
them
product.
here.
It brings up video of the product, but the consultant app,
Can
so
I
I
see
have
what it
both
looks
on my
like
phone
up
so that I
close?
know what my customers are seeing. But the
That little
consultant app
icon
has a
right
bunch
there.
of other capabilities and I use it all the time. If you ever don't know what the price of a product is, don't hunt for a catalog. Get your phone, it's on you anyway. Pull up the product section and you've got the pricing in there. I also use it to see my team reports. I also look at it to see what's the downline check this month. I can scroll to see my business details. I can also see my my incentives and where I'm at. So I really love the app because I don't know about you guys, but I'm on the go all the time. So I have chargers with me in every floor of the house and in the car. I don't take them anywhere. Are you in the habit of doing that because you only have one cord? Two cords? One of the best tips I got from Heather Pillow was buy cords for every floor in the house so that you're not like, oh, did I take that one to the car? Or is it like you don't have to do that. Just get buy cords and be done with it. Anyway,
Thank you. And when you scan it, it has a little video of the page and the products, okay? So it kind of sells you things for you, and it's a wonderful training tool as well, the things that you can say about the product. So
And
it's
another,
really
when we were at the
super cool.
warehouse, the tech guy showed us too that the bonus of that for all of us is, like me, I'm gonna be in Florida in the winter. When you get there, wherever you are, and you pull that up, you can see all the consultants in your area.
Oh,
So
cool.
if somebody, like if you're wanting to go to a meeting or something, or if you're wanting to trade, whatever you're wanting to do in that area, it shows you all the consultants. So, because a lot of years we've called and been like, is there anybody around there? Is there any consultants there?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you know anyone in Georgia?
Yeah, maybe if you're planning on moving,
Yes.
or if you're planning on moving, maybe, you know, you can do that and try to figure out like
This is
who you
an
can
app.
hook up with you. Yeah, but you have to be in the area, like when you're
What
home.
section of the app do I have to be in?
It is way in the beginning, like when you
Just
choose your
Contacts.
consultant. Yeah. Way in the
Yeah,
beginning.
and right, they're gonna fix it,
They have to fix it, and
say.
same with the mobile card, he said
Because
they're
right
working on
now
it.
it's very location specific to
Yeah.
access that information, but.
Because
more
when we were in the
able to
warehouse, it
access
only brought up the
who's in
people
this state,
in a
who's in that
10-mile
state.
radius and in a 40-mile, or 50-mile radius, that's it.
Right. So your
They're
name
working on
won't
it.
come up unless you're right near home,
Yeah,
okay?
so we can look at our stuff in the warehouse, which is kind of good.
Yeah, we have to come. But they said they're working on it. They're always going forward with all the technology and they're just amazing.
But there is a way around that.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No,
I don't want to
Angela,
interrupt you.
not at all. This is, I said at the beginning, this meeting is
Steph.
organic.
Steph.
We love
Maybe
it.
the crowd. No,
Give me stuff.
Stephanie.
I don't think I called you.
Oh, you were saying Angela.
Yeah.
No,
I'll just call you. I'll just
Stephanie, get with it. Just Stephanie.
Say,
We'll never forget your name now, Stephanie.
Stephanie! This is Stephanie! Yay!
Welcome to the name.
say the name.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, this past weekend was a training. The weekend before, I was in South Carolina. I went to Myrtle Beach with my husband and our 2 kids. And I felt like I wasn't really doing anything. You know, I don't know if you guys ever just take the day off and I don't know, it's like running. If you, all of a sudden you just stop running, you feel kind of bad, like you really need to do something. Like on the Pure Romance website, and I logged out. And I went on the area where you put in the zip code, and I entered the zip code for the hotel that I was at, and it came up with a list of who was in that area. And I clicked on one, it said advanced consultant. I'm an advanced consultant, so I didn't want to go to that one. Clicked on the next one, it was a director. I called her up. It was sweet, adorable Jocelyn Bell. And she said, well, we're having a meeting tomorrow night, why don't you come?
Oh, cool.
So I went to her meeting down in Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach. I ditched my husband and our 2 kids, and they had a grand old time playing there. And he's easy, he doesn't mind. It was great. We went to a restaurant. Ended up winning. I felt so bad taking it, but she said, no. It was like I won party animal and all these things that totaled almost like $400.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, it was crazy, like a strawberry bosom buddy and 3 basic instincts, and it was, party animal, I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. And she was so nice, so sweet, and I saw her yesterday. We were like on a scavenger hunt after Brian Biro spoke, looking for each other, look for the sound stage, and like, we were like looking for each other on our phones, but it's really good to meet those people that are so far away, because, when we're close to each other, we can always see each other, but that's a totally different region. She's under Dana Barish, under,
They're fabulous women.
Yes, Cindy Taylor, I shadowed her 48 hours before my launch. Because I shadowed her and wrote down everything word verbatim, it wasn't like I was breaking any habits. My launch was over $1,700.
Yes.
And
Kudos to you too, because I mean, you went out there and just gathered everything that you needed to roll out in your best possible way.
and I found that I noticed like a lot of sisters were kind of sticking with each other at Derby night, and I decided that I was going to go on the opposite side of the room, and I went kind of towards the VIP area, like outside of it, where they had some tables off to the side, and I sat down. There was a real sweet, shy lady, and this is a really nice lesson, even though it wasn't from a speaker. She's like, oh, I didn't think they wanted to hang out with me, because, she felt really left out. She didn't know anybody. Her sponsor is Amy Reich, so it was really hard for her to find Amy, and it's not like she was going to tag around with Amy all night. And I said, honey, you're coming with me. So I sat down, I got a plate. I said, she was nervous. I said, get a plate. You gotta eat something. So I sat her down, and then I walked away, and I went and got a cocktail. Every time I stood in line, I made best buds with the person next to me. I have so many new people on my Facebook because of that. So many new tips. The rookie of the year, Cindy Faulkner, they said I should come down and see her, and I told my husband he's got to pay for a ticket, and he's like, all right, that's fine. And it was awesome. And
I so giving.
Yeah. They're overcoming objectives, which I used today, and my friend it worked. She said, basically when someone says, I don't have the money right now, is there someone that believes in you enough to loan you the $130 and you'll pay them back in 30 days? What date in the next couple of weeks can you get the money together for the kit? And she said whether it's selling on Facebook or on eBay, these are good ideas, and you'll leave it open a little bit. A lot of people that I went in the meetings, they kept saying work on it, stop talking so much. Just listen and ask them questions. So I think that was really good, because you know what? As women, we are resourceful. If we really want something bad enough, we go and get it. We'll figure out something. $130 is not a lot of money just to ask if you can borrow for a few weeks.
Right. And I liked, I forget which one of the trainers said that I think it was that Kayla again? Kaylin. She said that what she does is she'll look at her team, and with the advanced consultants, she'll pick 3 and sort of incentivize them to get to senior consultant if they do it together. Weakens our pelvic floor as women. And if we don't masturbate, if we don't take care of that second chakra, that's what I call it anyway, we experience vaginal prolapse. That's why you see a lot of older women that walk like this, okay? Because that's what they are experiencing. And they recommend 200 times a year.
Can you go back?
If you're not,
You said that the women are walking like that because they're not using that.
they're a lot of the older women that you see that are walking like this, they have a prolapsed vagina.
No, do you know what a prolapsed vagina actually, when I was in school.
Okay, here we go.
When I was in school, I used to work at a nursing home, and we actually had ladies that had prolapsed vaginas,
and their whole vagina would fall out, and the nurse would have to go in with KY and put that puppy right
Same thing
back
happened with the
in.
bladder, you can get a prolapsed bladder too.
Yeah, and rectums.
Yep.
And rectum
So you
too.
just have to make sure you're binging out that flow of urine, that's the pelvic floor, that's the PC muscles you're squeezing.
Oh,
So use your vaginal valve.
Yes.
217 orgasms a year for vaginal health, which is 4 times.
217.
Yes, that's the
4
exact
times
number.
a year.
For vaginal health. I love it.
217 orgasms a year, which is 4 times a week for vaginal health.
4 times a week.
But Jessie Lee recommends 365 a year.
It also helps to treat vaginal atrophy, doctors recommend estrogen and masturbation, so, hey. These
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
Zara,
Yes.
just to remind you that you had bed wobbles.
Oh, okay, I do.
Jessie Lee
Here
O'Sullivan
you go.
also goes around right in front of them, asks them their name,
You
writes
say
it on the
though,
top
right?
of their catalog, and she
Oh,
asks them how to
yes.
spell it, so that helps her remember them, helps feel more personal connection. She hands them their catalog and says, welcome. And goes to the next girl, she's like, what's your name, honey? And she's standing out here ready to write her name on the girl's catalog. So it gives them ownership of the catalog so they feel like they can actually write in it, take it home, show it to their partner.
Also, I don't know about you, but if I write something down, I'm far apt to remember it
Uh-huh,
better.
for sure.
So that's helping her, like the handshake that Stephanie was doing and the look in the eyes, you can do all that and write your name on the catalog. I just think that's a great personal way to connect.
Who
They
is
just
Jessie
remind me.
one of the top? I don't know who
She
she
is 26 years old and she's been in 9 years. She
She's in
came over
DC.
from slumber parties.
Isn't she
And
one of the
she's
biggest?
an up and comer, she's
Right.
26 years old, her team just hit $1 million in sales, so,
What,
and
was
she's
from
been
that
bragging on
party,
her
or-
board page, so that's.
Who's she under, Cindy?
Again, this
She
is just doing
Probably
this on my
entertainment.
phone, so.
It's
They're
your
like-
day.
Same area or something.
Yeah. And also, more you orgasm, it helps with incontinence.
Videos, please do. I went to one of her classes at
Yes,
training,
she's
she's
fantastic,
amazing.
right.
She's a mom, she tells it like it is, and she's like, Lord knows I got, 3 kids, 2 teenagers, and I gotta be in 3 places at once. I always have a bag in my car that has everything I need. It's got leads, it's got, extra laptop battery, my laptop is in there, I've got catalogs, I've got samples, I've got pens, she's got everything she would
Mobile
need
office.
if she runs into somebody. She even has foil packs and sample packs, and I have one of the Walmart craft organizers in my car with all that in there, and that goes to and from parties and it stays in the car. So I always have that. So if I start a conversation with the girl in the drive-through window, all the time, by the way, I'm not passive. I don't just hand her my cart. I'm friendly with her, and my business doesn't come up until the very end. And I say, if you're ever interested in a job that doesn't have a drive-through window and you want to have fun while you're working, here's my number, and I have a little homework for you. And I have a little sample pack that I give to her as well, and a little gift bag. And I say, so go home. If you have questions, just shoot me a text message. And she's like, okay. And they all go off.
Right, and I don't choose their number, try to get their number on the spot.
I do. But she's really excited,
Right,
and I
it's
say,
super.
you know what, since I know you're busy right now and you're at work, why don't I get your number so that if I don't hear from you, maybe I'll give you a call. And she's like, oh, that's a great idea. And she's like, okay, ma'am. And she gets the little receipt paper and she writes down her name.
Right,
I write down where I know her from and what day it was.
It's all about making those connections
Right.
and not being afraid to speak up in every circumstance that you are in
And I'm
all
always my
day
boyfriend,
long.
wherever we go.
All night long.
I talk to our waitress, I talk to our bartender, I talk to everybody.
My husband loves that. If I don't talk to people, my husband will talk to me for me.
My boyfriend knows that I'm like, stop, babe, I'm not doing that.
I think
He's like,
the doctors, it was really great, that whole day full of all their classes and all the things that they were telling us, but really what I enjoyed most was learning from the other consultants.
Yes.
How it really is in the trenches and what they really do and what they really say, and the successful consultants that are just really knocking everything out of the
I like
park.
that they forced everybody to shadow a party. Like class 2 was you had to shadow, it was all party shadowing. So for some women who've been in the business for a long time, I know it's been a while since I've shadowed somebody else's party. So unless I have a training event like this, I really don't have the time or make the time to shadow somebody, because if it's a party evening, I'm working.
Right,
So when I'm at training, I'm so excited. I'm like, okay, I don't want to skip out of anybody. So you take notes over here, and I'll take notes over here. And they actually prohibited video and audio recording of these because they wanted to encourage us to, to stick with one and just really latch on. I loved it. Because I wouldn't have chosen to, I never
Right.
have in the past,
Oh,
so.
really? I
always chose
to go to
like the
parties.
management and the sponsoring classes because they were offered at the same time, so the.
And they were fantastic too, just.
So I would choose those instead said at the
But
party.
the great thing is, as Lori was saying, if you missed coming to
Oh,
national
yeah.
training in Cincinnati,
Yes. Everything is just really great that everything is on this COO online, you can do all that. But it's very important that you get to training. It is life-changing, and the sisterhood, gosh, I said it good the first time.
you're good, you're good.
But the bottom line is,
Get to Vegas!
it's the training,
Because
yeah.
it's
It's
Vegas.
life-changing, changing for your business.
Oh,
changing-
and they promise us that they're gonna have really great speakers in Vegas, really super great. I hope they remember when Jessie Lee was talking about that there's 18 different parts of the clitoris?
Yep.
Do you think they're gonna put that up?
If we ask them to. Ask Debbie. She'll give
Yeah,
it to us.
yeah, because I've never heard of the glans clitoris, of course, and we've heard about the wishbones that extend back to the hip bone, but she was even saying that, and she's like this with her own gynecologist, she says, and her priest, okay, and she said that the anus was actually an extension of the clitoris, which I want to know more about. And one of the doctors, it was Gina Hedger, one of our girls, that asked, because we do get this question a lot in the parties, can you teach me to squirt? Okay, has anybody ever got that question, or
How do
I
do it?
want to
Can
know?
Teach
Yeah.
me how to doggy,
Yeah.
teach me how to squirt.
And so she asked, and Debbie Hibernick clarified that female ejaculation is different than squirting. That female ejaculation, usually there's a very small amount, and it resembles prostate fluid. But the squirting that goes on is not pee, but a very small, extremely small percentage of it is urine, because it comes from the bladder. And they do these studies where a woman completely empties her bladder, and then she goes into this whole squirting thing minutes later, and what they are trying to discern is and it comes from the bladder. They photographed and discovered that that does come from the bladder, the squirting, the massive amounts of squirting. How does the bladder fill up so quickly, and how does it bypass the kidneys when this phenomenon happens in women? So there's studies, and that's why we have the Patty Grissom Foundation for Sexual Health Research, because there's still unanswered questions out
I'd
there.
like to volunteer to be part of that study.
Yes!
I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm curious,
We'll take a few weeks off for that, won't we?
how many of are any of the girls in our naked group, have they done the certification for the sexual health thing through the
Kathy
university?
Crow, I believe she does.
Dana Braun has too. Dana Braun
I'm not
has too.
surprised
When
about that.
when we first started, she did.
I'm wondering if Jen
It's not available
Duvall did.
anymore.
They do come
Fully
pre-charged.
charged.
Yeah, they actually
Go ahead.
hold the charge for a very long time. I always test them as soon as they come out of my box. I don't even have to open it because you can press and hold the button just to get started. So when I get started when I open up my gun case and I start talking about vibrators, this is the very first one that I go to. I want to show them my top seller and I want to show them the best. So I say, ladies, we're going to start talking about the different types of vibrators, because when I open the case, they're like, oh my God, can I Instagram them? Like, yeah, go ahead, sure, that's fine. So we take a minute to do the photos, and then I say, so we're going to get started, we're going to talk about different kinds of vibrators, because I know that when you open a catalog, you might be overwhelmed, especially if this is your first time at a party. So I want to take you through the different types that there are so that you understand how they work and where they can benefit you on your body parts. So first and foremost, I'm going to show you the best and what is my top seller, and that one is this tiny little thing on my finger. We call this put a ring on it. It is a USB rechargeable 5-speed whisper quiet bullet. Hello. And you see these little ridges on the bottom. These are wonderful because it's going to help lift that clitoral hood area. We talked about it a little earlier when we talked about enhancement products. This is the clitoris. You have the lips and the labia here. This is the clitoris. If you lift the little man in the boat, there is the clitoris underneath the clitoral hood, which helps to protect the clitoris. So if you have a customer, she may actually prefer to masturbate over top of that because she's much too sensitive if you put the bullet directly on the clitoris. So with this one, this is a great personal vibrator for a woman to use. It's very slender, so it can fit right in between her and her partner. It's not penis shaped, so it's going to be a welcome third party in the bedroom. It's also something he can use, and you can hold it like this to get a little bit more grip to it. But it's also great for any size finger. It will wrap around his finger while he's going down on his partner, add a little vibration, as well as his tongue, a little bit of warmth and wetness. And it's also good for any part of the body. Like if you have a headache, I'm sure if you, of course, you come clean, this is where you can cross-sell that. Use it on the temples. This is going to be a nice, soft massage. And again, it's quiet, so you don't have to worry about the kids hearing it. It's also good on long car rides. I told you it was like an hour and a half to get here, right? So the put a ring on it is a wonderful toy. You're going to press and hold to turn on and press and hold to turn off. But I want you to cycle through those 5 different functions. Can you hear it? No. So I like to put it on something metal.
I like that. I can hear it.
And then I'm going to stop passing my toys around the room. That's something that I learned from Jessie Lee.
Oh, if I'm gonna stop.
What she does is the opposite of what I do. So she talks about all her bath line. She's like, oh, this is Gucci. She tosses it to the girl and it goes around the room. When you give them the product, it gives them ownership.
Yep, that's
They're like, they look at it, they flip it over, they're reading the bottle as if it's theirs. Thinking, okay, all right, I can take this home. They get more attached to it. So she does that with all of the liquid products. And then with the vibrators, she pulls out the executive first. She pulls out her top seller and she's like, she explains it, shows it. She leans forward, she's like, go ahead, feel that. Go ahead, feel that, yeah. Feel that? Oh my God, yeah, it's amazing. If your partner had a tongue like that, the whole snake bestiality thing, and then she'll put it back on her table and she'll grab the next one. So she goes through and she does her demo that way much quicker. So
Much quicker,
I'm
and
gonna
not
do
as many toys. She just shows the top best of the best.
So she shows executive and what else?
She showed put a ring on it.
Executive,
She showed the Joyride. Oh my gosh, I'm bringing it back. I've had it pulled out of my demo for a while because I went back.
It does a suction thing that I
Yeah, it
didn't
does
know
the suction,
too.
but she also, obviously you promote it for, you can do the sleeve, you can do the bullet, which is great for her, or when she's, outside of the cheek for a blowjob. But it's also great when you put them together and you have the vibrating sleeve that you can also use the suction for, but here's where it gets interesting. You're going to invert the Joyride sleeve, and you've just added 1.5 inches to his tip and a sleeve for more girth. You can then ride on top of that and get a little bit more texture and girth from your partner. Like, what? Who remembers the extra credit?
Yeah, we used to have something else. I forget the
It's
name of
very
it.
lifelike skin.
It was,
And she did the whole wrist thing,
yeah.
Yeah.
where she like stretched it.
And you could hear the suction.
Yeah.
And it was so
She said it's like
So
over
it's sucking and
But I love the way she
bucking
did
him.
the Joyride.
It's
Because
kind of, if there's air in it, it's sucking and bucking him at the same
Yes.
time that we're on top.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a win-win.
The girls that's been to parties before who've seen the Jelly Tool Belt demo, I'm showing them the Joyride because it's the same price
Right.
point and it's totally different. And oh, by the way, this bullet is great on its own, but it can also swap in the Jelly Tool Belt if you like the bigger size.
Right.
She's like,
Right. And a lot of girls out there want their man to be a little bit bigger. They really do.
no, size matters. It's how you use it and the size.
I like the, where's that executive?
Elite 8.
Now, I was told by girls that a girl that went to the President's Club luncheon that they told them, don't show bullets. Bullets
I
are
know.
1984 and nobody wants to see
Girls will
bullets.
find
There
the
were
cheap
teachers
ones.
that
They'll
never
find
showed
them in the catalog.
I don't sell any bullets, but I do sell a lot of the rings on them.
Yeah. When girls complain about the shorting and the wires, I said, that's when you know it's time for you to upgrade away from a very, it's not designed for a lot of use. That is, a lot of handling is gonna help reduce that, the wiring every time. So they're like,
They'll
okay.
find the bullets on their own.
They'll find them
and
on their own.
ask you about them on their own.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Although Patty says it's always, you
I
should
do
do
show
it
it
at every
now.
show, run it up their legs. Does everybody know that?
I remember
That's
that.
my new girl. Patty wants us always to do this. Put your legs
It's like hugging
really
your legs.
tight together. I don't want to see daylight.
Just like a man.
And when in position, a bullet knows its mission. Yay.
She's gotta have her legs up higher.
No, I think it'll be fine.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go. Look how she's not sweating it away.
I didn't like the micro bullet before, but now that it's water.
I love the micro bullet.
And you got a kill switch if you get caught. I think
Towards her, I don't understand.
Heather called it the
Yeah,